Well, hey, I'm live. So let's see. Not worried about any of that. So forgive me, I've got my phone on. I'm waiting on an alert from something, and somebody was just messaging me. So I was almost going to be slightly late to this, but we're right about on time. What was my total? 15 orders going out on eBay today. So it takes a minute for anybody to get notifications that this just went live. So if you're watching mostly on the replay, you're the only one who's going to see this because there's one person watching right now. So whoever you are, thanks for showing up. Drop a comment in the chat. Let me know who's here, and thanks for the thumbs up as well. If you're watching this on the replay and you enjoy it at all, give me a thumbs up and let me know that you enjoy the content or this conversation, whatever. And leave a comment of what did you enjoy, what did you not enjoy, et cetera, et cetera. That's not the one I was waiting for either. So forgive me if that goes off. So sales kind of iffy the last few days. I did, 15 sales isn't bad. There's a lot of people who would love that, but the total dollar amount, not really that exciting. But just $600 basically for Thursday sales. Yeah, there's a guy, Walker's Resale. If you don't follow him on Instagram, you should go follow Walker's Resale. He's up and comer and doing good things. And somebody ordered a $140 car part from him. And after he shipped it, but hasn't dropped it off at the post office, is asking if they can cancel it. And so he's just trying to determine what to do and how to do that. So yeah, all right, well, he'll be all right. So anyways, nobody's watching, and hopefully we'll get a few people live here. It's only been 2 minutes. So I'm going to reply to him real quick. If you're watching on the replay, forgive me on that. And then I'm just going to go pack orders. So even if nobody shows up on the live here, you can see that on here. Oop, I've been waiting on this. A lot of you know I also trade stocks, and I need to deal with one that is expiring today. What is that? Yeah, I don't know if you can see on there, just closing that one out. Will that focus? There we go. Up 810, up $815 today on those positions. So just making sure that went through correctly. And it looks like everything went through fine. So anyways, forgive me, all by myself. Jennifer, yeah, I'm all by myself this morning so far. Well, we'll see. There's 3 people watching now and 3 thumbs up. I was dealing with a stock option trade that expired today. I don't only buy options, I sell options, and those you have to deal with on an expiry date. And today is an expiration date, and I rolled it to the next week, so we'll be all right. But anyways, let's get into what sold. Let's see, 4 thumbs up, appreciate it. 2 people watching. If it's somebody other than Jennifer, hello, Jennifer. Thanks for dropping a comment. If you're else in here, drop a comment. Let me know who you are. Let's start with some easy stuff. I sold a little goth Lego minifigure. Will that focus? I don't know if it'll focus through the plastic on there. Maybe you can see him. He has a little goth Spooky Tales book and a spider. Misty is in here as well. Anyways, this I got for like 10 cents in a big bulk Lego buy, probably not even 10 cents, sold for 10 bucks. So nothing fancy on that. Because it's not fancy, and you can't really break a minifig, I'm just gonna throw it into a padded envelope and call it good. Hey there, let's see what you sold, Hustling Fools. Thanks for coming and hanging out. If you missed the first one, it was a Lego minifigure, just a single one. It was the Spooky Kid, I think is his name, and that sold for 10 bucks. Let's see, I sold a lot of 2 Cuttlebug stamps. I bought a ton of Cuttlebug stuff from Goodwill, about like 10 bags for $2.99 a piece. So I probably have less than 10 cents into these, and they sold for 15 bucks as a pair. And again, these are metal, they're metal stamps. So I am going to just fold them over like this and throw them also into a padded envelope. Actually, I lied. I don't like the way that they fit that way, so I'm going to turn them sideways and stick them in. There. And if you haven't been to one of my other lives, the way I do it is I pack everything, I label it, stick it on the side, and then when I'm done with everything, I've got a scale right here, I weigh it all at once, and then I do bulk shipping, so I can just put in all the dimensions, all the weight, and print all the labels all at once. When you do it that way, it gives you the list of top to bottom, and the first label is the first item on the computer, the second label is the second item on the computer, the third label is the third item on the computer, so you can just scroll down and smack, 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 and make it happen pretty quick. So anyways, let's see. Let's do some vacuum bags. Paid $2.99 for these at Goodwill. They're Auric vacuum bags, and the bag was open, but so there's actually more in there. It says 8, but there was actually 9 in there. So they grabbed one from another pack and stuck it in there. These sold for 25 bucks. So not big money, but at $2 in, pretty good profit. And for that, I'm going to use a 1097 priority box because these are well over a pound. I wish they were a little bit smaller and they could have gone into a padded flat rate, but I am not that lucky today, so it is what it is. But the nice part, they fit real easy into this box. And then bam, labeled and onto the pile they go. Showed this in some of my other lives, but if you haven't been around for one of them, I have 2 rolls of tape. If it is first class UPS, FedEx, or media mail, I use a 3-inch clear tape. If it is priority, and I know it's going priority, if I'm using a priority box, I use the free priority tape just to save a little bit of money. What's going on, Greg? And so just something you guys could consider doing. You don't have to, but they will give you free tape at the post office if you are doing priority packages. So like that one we just shipped, no sense in paying for my own tape if I don't have to. Oh, let's see. What do you guys want to see next? We'll do some boring, easy ones. We got 6 watchers now, 4 thumbs up. So thanks for joining. If you're new in here, please drop a comment so we know who's watching. Let's see this one. I sold this Odyssey 2-ball Fang putter cover. I got a bunch of putter covers from a guy this weekend at a yard sale. I paid $2 a piece for them. He was asking $4 a piece. And I offered him $1 a piece, and we settled on $2 a piece. And this one sold for $21.99. And since it is just a soft putter cover, there is nothing that I have to worry about getting damaged, whatever with this. I am just going to polybag it. If it was a much more expensive one, I would probably stick this into, what do we get when we hit 10 likes this time? I can tell you... not 10 likes, it was 10 watchers. Actually, part of that story is going to happen today. I have a follow-up to that story, Greg. What would you like to happen when we get 10 watchers? I don't have any hidden super secret stuff for today. I can pull my stock account up for the people who weren't here at the beginning and saw. I've already made $100 giveaway. Oh my Lord. I made $813 in the stock market so far today. Two-ball Fang. So the 2-ball Fang, again, labeled off to the side it goes. LOL. That is an LOL. Because we're already at 8, so I'd be 2 people away from giving away $100. You know I'm not monetized, right? I've got 791 subscribers. If you're not a subscriber, here's my pitch. I love you. I really appreciate you. I hope you hit that subscribe button. I'm just here to try and help you make money. I like making money. You like making money? Hit that subscribe button. Come hang out more often. Was that good? Did it work? Did I get any more subscribers? I don't know. Did I lose anybody? We didn't lose anybody from watching, so that's a win. I sold this EXO Odyssey putter cover. This one didn't sell for as much. This one sold for $16.99 for this one, so not as valuable. It has a little tear right there. $7.91. Stay live until I hit 1,000. I probably could. I've got a big enough death pile. We could just start listing if people want to do that. Sounds like a good deal. What's going on, Jeff? We got 8 watchers, 5 thumbs up. If you're watching on the replay, you owe me a thumbs up as well. You don't owe me one, but I'd really appreciate it. So this is going to go the same way. I am just going to polybag it. And tape the ends shut. I probably should have put this in a smaller bag. But again, it's not something that can get damaged. It is a putter cover, right? Did you guys see my story yesterday of all the CD box sets that I bought? Maybe. If you don't follow me on Instagram, it is @DanaInvests. We've got 10 watchers. Really appreciate it. 6 thumbs up. Thank you. 11 watchers. Woo! We're going to hit a record today. I think 14 is the most I've had on one of these lives. Anyways, did you see my 8 thumbs up? Appreciate it. Appreciate it. And I lost my knife. There it is. So I went out and hit a few estate sales yesterday. Estate sales are my favorite, if you don't know. And at one of them, they had a whole bunch of sealed media, and then they had some open box sets of CDs, stuff like that. And it was a bunch of Johnny Cash, B.B. King, blues, that kind of stuff. and they didn't have any of it priced, and I asked them how much. Shared it on a few Facebook groups. Jennifer, you're the best. And so anyways, they asked $10 a piece for them. And I was like, oh no, I can't do that. And I said, well, what if I buy them all? And they said, well, make a pile of what you want, and we'll work out a deal. And so I made a pile of 20 of them. I didn't want all of them, but I may go back because they had just tons and tons and tons. Let's see, I can ignore that for now. And so they wanted $10 a piece. I offered $3 a piece for them. They said $8 a piece, and then I said, look, I'll pay you $5 a piece. I can't pay any more. And so they agreed, and I got them all for 95 bucks. And one of the items is worth over 100 itself. So I was super happy. It turned into 850 bucks in listings from a $95 purchase. So it was funny. I was watching Chris Flip the World's live yesterday, and he was talking about how he's afraid, maybe not afraid, but embarrassed or whatever to negotiate with people. And look, this is a business, and part of your job is to get the products at the best price you can. And sometimes you just got to make offers. And don't be Cheryl, what's going on? I appreciate you coming and hanging out. We lost a few watchers. People didn't like my story, apparently. If you're watching this live, I apologize if that story was boring. But the point of it was, don't be afraid to make an offer, because what they were asking was $200, and I got it for 95. So don't be afraid to make an offer. If it's what you can pay, it's what you can pay, and there's nothing wrong with that. Since we lost a few, let's do just a easy one. I have $0 into this. I got this at an estate sale the other day because it's empty. And so I asked them, do you have any more video games? Is it possible you know where the disc would be? And she said, well, no, my dad was 95 years old. I don't even know why he would have GameCube stuff. Worst thing that happened is they say no. That's right. And look, I am not ashamed to offer what I can pay for it. Look, if it's worth $10, it's worth $10. But if all I want to pay for it is $5, I'm going to start at 2 or 3 or 4, and we'll get to 5. And if we don't get to 5, I'll leave it. So anyways, got this for free, sold it for, I forgot, $7.19. So nothing special, but look, free is free, and no reason to at least not try working on jumping lives and learning. Yeah, I don't do many lives. This is my 3rd live ever. So for those people coming and hanging out, if I stumble or this is weird, I'm banging over. My light sucks. Let's see. I don't know if that'll help any. I just turned that light on. Well, does that look a lot better? Is that a big difference? Anyways, hopefully you're having fun. Free into 719. I lost my train of thought where I was going with that. But anyways, this is only my 3rd live ever. People forget that you can still sell video game cases without the game. Absolutely. Better? Yeah, I think so. I forgot to turn it on. I apologize about that. I've been hanging out in the dark here. Some people say it's lowballing or grimy to haggle when you know you will make a good profit. I say it's being a smart business person. Greg, you are absolutely right, and I am on that same page. Like I said, me personally, I don't consider it lowballing. Like I said, I think it's just what I'm willing to pay. And if you're a business, then you're like I said, you're responsible to yourself to get it at the best price you can. And if you can't get it at that price, you are responsible to turn that deal down. Because if you pay too much for it, you're going to go out of business, or you're going to pay too much, you're not going to make any money. It's going to waste your time. And it is what it is. I actually met a guy at a sale yesterday, and he saw me looking at stuff, and he goes, "You're a dealer, aren't you?" And I say, "Well, yeah, kind of. I sell on eBay." And he goes, "Oh, I've got a whole house full of stuff. I used to be a dealer, and I had an antique mall, and I have all this stuff that he moved. And we're setting up a private pick to go meet that guy." And I told him, I said, "Look, I'll be very upfront and honest with you. I cannot pay anywhere near what the stuff is worth. I'm a dealer, and I've got to make a good margin on it. If I can't have at least double my money after paying fees and shipping and all that stuff, I can't buy it. And he said, nope, I understand. Totally makes sense. So, you know, you just got to set it up the right way. They have just as much right to deny your offer. That is absolutely right, right? So like they were asking 10 and you know, I started way lower just to really set the ball or set the thing in motion that I thought they were priced way too high. And if they're priced way too high, hit them way too low and be like, look, that's way too much. I can't pay anywhere near that. And like I said, I honestly would have made money at $10, but I wouldn't have made as much money. Jennifer says Greg is right. Jeff says pawn shops do it all the time. They just say how much they can pay. Got to have room for it, right? So this is what I can pay. It's not what it's worth, right? I don't ever tell them this is what it's worth, because then you're lying to them. If you say, well, it's only worth $20, but it's really worth $100, and you're trying to negotiate it down to $5 or whatever, that's lying, and that would be more of the lowballing and sleazy, or what did he say up there? I lost it. Grimy, right? That would be more grimy. I don't ever say that's what it's worth to try and get it down. I say this is what I can pay. This is all I can pay for it. So anyways, let's see. Let's do some shoes. Retail arbitrage right here. These are some Nike Alpha. I could be wrong. I think these were the Trout cleats. These are a smaller size, so they didn't sell for as much. These are a 10 and a half. 10 and a half, I guess, is not super small, but I'm a 12. In some shoes, I'm a 13. But anyways, these I paid $19.99 for at Ross, and I sold them for $50 on eBay. Let's see, I already built a box for these. If you don't have the priority shoe boxes, you know what, actually, I think... that'll be fine. If you don't have the free boxes from USPS.com, Hustlin' Fools, awesome sale on the Ross shoes. Dana, you look different today. Did I get a haircut? I did get a haircut yesterday. My wife is a hairdresser, and so when your wife is a hairdresser, you get your hair cut at home. And you know what happens when you get your hair cut at home? You wait until she's ready, and you don't complain. So I normally wear a hat, and for one, it's because I hate doing my hair. But since I just got it cut, it is reasonable and doesn't look all over the place. Got my bird trimmed up so it looks nice and clean and not too crazy. Let's see, my chair is blocking some of the light. Anyways, that's why I normally wear a hat. But if you don't like it, we can go one of the different hats. I've got like 15 more Broncos hats right outside the room here. If you don't do retail arbitrage, I think you're missing out. So margin-wise, this is not a huge margin, but they were 100% clean, right? They were brand freaking new. You take pictures, you list them, and you wait till they sell. And Nike... I think that it's worth it. So after everything's said and done, I paid $19.99 for the shoes. Taxes, it's going to be like $21. After the fees and everything, I'm going to make about $14 to $15. So to put 21 in and make 15 with zero cleaning of shoes, I'm all for that. 10 watching, 9 thumbs up. Appreciate it. If you're a reseller in here, I assume most of you are resellers. Everybody I know in here except one person is a reseller. Let me know in the comments. How are your sales? I sold this Mazda VW Rover transmission manual. If you've been following the channel long enough, you know about these. Paid 65 cents a piece for these in a big bulk buy from a guy. This one sold for $21.99. And since this is just a paper thing, it goes media mail, and it's just going to go in a poly bag. If you don't know the story of this, I'll tell you. Awesome this month. Doing awesome this month. That's awesome. If you don't know the story about the transmission manuals, I went to a yard sale, and forgive me because I'm going to forget the exact number, but the guy had boxes and boxes and boxes of these transmission manuals, and he wanted $5 a piece, I think was the price he wanted for them. And I didn't know enough about them. I honestly didn't know enough about them. And we went back and forth and back and forth, and we finally agreed on $2 a piece if I just bought 20 of them. So I said, how about 40 bucks for 20 of them? And he finally said, okay, fine. And so we did 40 bucks for 20 of them. Trans. So I'll make sure I get that marked. Not that it matters. It's the only one like this, so I'm not going to mix it up. And let's see. I'll sit down and we'll do story time. We got 12 people watching. Really appreciate you coming and hanging out. 9 thumbs up. If you enjoy this, hit the thumbs up. Sales are awful. Cheryl, discouraging. You know, my sales are down right now for a little bit, but it's because I've been slacking on listing really good stuff. I've been listing a lot of easy stuff. Anyways, so I got home, I listed the 40 or 20 transmission manuals that I got, and I sold one immediately for $39.99. So I was like, oh crap, I made a mistake. I should have bought all of them. And this is on a video way back. And I think there's a follow-up video to it that says, like, how much did I make on this buy, or how much is this box worth, or something, and it's got a picture of a tote and a big question mark. So if you want to see it, go check that one out. So I kept going back after that. The next 3 weekends in a row, Dumpster Diver Dad, what's going on, man? Thanks for coming and hanging out. Hit the thumbs up if you enjoy. So anyways, the next 3 weeks, I kept going back, and he didn't have a yard sale, and I was just hoping, Michelle, what's going on? Can't complain. Hopefully, yeah, good sales. That's not bad. So anyways, I was hoping, I'm getting lost, that he would have another yard sale, and he didn't, and he didn't, and he didn't. It was the 3rd or the 4th week. I forget which one it was. I decided that I wanted these dang transmission manuals. And so I drove to his house, and it's funny, I literally pulled up the video for my sourcing video when I was at his house buying the other stuff to find what his house was, to make sure I was at the right house. So I was on my phone in my car looking at it, saying, okay, yes, this is the right house. And I went up to the door and I knocked on it, and I was like, send me a message. Oh, that's for Jeff and Dumpster Dive Dad. So anyways, I knocked on his door, and a girl answers, and she said, oh, that's my dad. He's not home. And I said, well, can you get a hold of him and let him know I'm the guy who bought a bunch of transmission manuals and I want to buy the rest. And so anyways, I stepped out of comfort zone. I went and cold call, knocked on his freaking door, and showed up. And then he pulled up like 5 minutes later and opened his garage. And we went back and forth for a little bit, and I paid a little bit more than I wanted to, because originally he had just these crates and crates, and we were talking about a specific number, and he had agreed to $100 for all of them, and I was being cheap and I didn't want to pay it, so that's when I did the 40 for the 20. And so I came back and I said, okay, how about, I already paid, or it was 200 for all of them, not 100. And that's why I paid the 40. And so when I got back, 14 people watching, really appreciate you coming and hanging out. Drop a comment, let us know who you are. Thumbs up if you enjoy any of the content. And so anyways, I was trying to get him for 200 minus the 40 I already paid. So I said, okay, so 160 because I already paid the 40. And he was like, no. And, look, I can't negotiate too hard on this one because I knew these were money. And I'm cold call knocking on his door, right? He's not setting them up out in his yard. I'm making him come out into his garage to sell me these things. And so I paid $150 or something like that for the remainder of them. Came out to 65 cents a piece. And I've sold over $3,000 in these transmission manuals at this point. $3,000 in these transmission manuals. So, another one of those ones of negotiating the right price, right? That was part of this whole deal. Not being afraid to step outside of your comfort zone. How many of you guys, right? Think about that. Yeah, Greg, wow, right? It's freaking crazy. Some of them I sold on Amazon. A bunch of them I sold on eBay. But think about it, right? How many of you guys would have went back to that guy's house, knocked on his door and said, "Hey, I want to buy that stuff. Do you still have it?" And I've done that a few times with other things. I went to somebody else's house and where I bought a bunch of video games, and I had a really rare one that came with 3 discs that was in there, and I didn't know about it. It was Dot Hack. I got a whole bunch of Dot Hacks from him, and it was missing one of the freaking discs. So I went back to his house a few days later and knocked on his door, and he was like drugged out of his mind. And he was like, "Oh no, man, I sold all the rest of those like 20 minutes after you bought the other ones." And I was like, "Okay, whatever." But like I said, just yeah, hit the thumbs up. Appreciate it. 11 watching right now. 9 thumbs up. Jennifer, you're the best. Let's keep going on what sold. That was story time. I sold a Sunto. How do you say that? I don't know how you say that, but I know I paid $3 for this at an estate sale. Wouldn't have done that, but have learned to take some risks and buy them all. Absolutely. So anyways, I don't know how you pronounce this. I didn't know it at the yard sale or an estate sale that I bought it at. And I asked the lady how much, and she's like, "I don't know. Is it good?" I said, "I don't know. I've never heard of it." And that's true. I had never heard of it, but it looked like a nice watch and it was in a box. And so she said, "How about $3?" And I said, "Okay, that's fine." $3 is what I paid. Sold it for $148.58 on a best offer. Boom! Sorry about that. Trying to have some fun today and bring a little energy to that. So if you don't believe me, these are all on my sourcing videos. This was in a sourcing video, and you can check out my what solds on my eBay store is linked down in the description. What's also down in the description for fun, Dana Invests is the name of the channel. I am an investor as well. I invest in the stock market, cryptocurrency, real estate, all that fun stuff. And there's a link down in there. If you open up a Webull account, that you get 2 free shares of stock, and I get 2 free shares of stock if you do that. And we've had like 6 people go in on the channel and sign up and do that. Only 2 people or 3 people have actually gone all the way through to the point where you have to deposit $5 to get the free stocks. So if you put in that $5, you're guaranteed to get at least 2 shares of stock. So anywhere from like, I forget what it is, $3 to $300 on there. Sunto, just labeling that Sunto. So if you're interested and you haven't signed up for a retirement account, an investment account, even if you put $5 a week, $20 a week, $50 a week, something like that. I did a video on this a while back. If you put $50 a week and over 20 years, at the end of that 20 years, $50 a week, the average compound interest rate, you'll have $250,000, right? So how many of you have 20 years left still till retirement? Hopefully a bunch of you. Hopefully you have a whole lot less. What has been my most valuable free stock? I got a share of Microsoft, and it was like $200-something at the time, I believe. And that has been my most valuable one. Most of the ones I get are like $3 to $5. But I've got some. Story time with Dana. I'm a little behind on the chat. Was that a good story? Was that a good story? I don't know. Let me know. Was that enjoyable, or should I just shut up and pack? I don't know. I have to forget where I was going with stuff some of the time. So, for those of you who weren't here the other day for my story time of the horrible, rotten thing that happened to me when I lost over $300 in records to rain apparently coming through those double doors about that. Have no clue about any of that stuff. Hey, you don't have to know. Just don't do the risky stuff. Like I do a lot of risky stuff too. Don't do the risky stuff. Do the safe stuff, and you'll be all right. Combine stories with packing. Well, okay, I'm trying. Oh man, this record is warped a little bit. That's not good. I don't even know if I should send it. Anyways, so I'm gonna have to make a decision on this after the fact. So it says Oingo Boingo, Only a Lad. It's a pretty rare record. And they got water damage because water came in through that door over there. And man, that sucks. And so the record cases got moldy, and it was pretty frustrating because I had a $60 sale, and I had to cancel the order with the buyer and tell him that it got damaged. I wouldn't even know what's safe or risky. Well, I can give you a few tips. I'm not an investment advisor. What that was. Anyways, so I had to tell him that it was damaged and I couldn't send it to him. And he said, look, how about, can you still send it to me even damaged? I'll pay you like 20 bucks for it. And I said, okay, fine, I'll send it to you for 20 bucks. So I'm going to send it to him for 20 bucks. And hopefully he enjoys the record only, because the sleeve was significantly water damaged. And I had actually thrown it in my trash and said, hey, this is no good. And he messaged me later and said he wanted it. So I said, okay, if you really want it. So for those of you who invest and you want some really safe, easy ones that are not going to lose you significant amounts of money, there is no such thing that is guaranteed to not lose you money. But I am a fan of VTI, V as in Victor, T as in Tom, I as in I want to make money. That one's super safe, super easy, and I've made a lot of money with that one. You can do V0, VOO is another good one. VSTAX, VSTAX is another one. Any mutual fund that just tracks the market is going to be the least risky thing that you can buy. If you buy like Tesla or something, you're going to have a bigger chance for growth, but you're going to have a bigger chance for risk as well. Do I use best judgments with records and sell as working condition and test? I do not test any of my records. If they have scratches, I still sell them with scratches. I just put in the description, record is scratched, may or may not play, and see pictures. And I have still sold significant amounts with scratches on it. And you know what's crazy? Most people who buy records don't have a record player. You believe that? Most people sell them as working. Most people who buy records don't even have record players. They buy them for the cover art to display them. And so if it's got good cover art, even if the record is trashed, it'll still sell. It won't sell for as much, but it'll still sell. But make sure you disclose that, any scratches, etc. I grade, like you have to grade your records on eBay now. You don't have to grade all of them, but they complain if you don't, kinda. So I put them all as fair, even if they're in great condition or whatever. And then say in my description, I have like a copy paste thing that I do for records, and I just paste it in there for record, and then it'll pop up the little thing of this has not been tested, it has not been cleaned, may have scratches, may not play, all that kind of stuff. Oh, let's see. I haven't told you the total, or maybe I did tell the total way at the beginning if you missed it, but 600 bucks is what my sales were for Thursday going into Friday morning. So not the best, not the worst, but you know, I'll take it. So the water filter, paid $1 for this at an estate sale. It is a water pure. It is by Whirlpool. It is name brand. It's not gonna focus, not gonna focus. I don't freaking know. Anyways, 25 bucks is what that sold for. And it is well under a pound, so we're gonna keep this under a pound into first class. Close. That can all wait. Not worried about that. So it's going to go into an 11 by 8 by 5 box, and I'm going to cut it down a little bit because I don't want to. If I fill it with too much packing paper, it is going to potentially get up over the pound, and I don't want to do that. I want to make sure that this stays under a pound. So if you didn't watch my video the other day, or you're not familiar with resizing a box, basically if you take your item in here, lay it down flat in there. I list and sell car radios as tested and working. No clue how I'd actually go about testing them. Sold 15 with no issues. I've sold 3 that I've got from the thrift store. One of them they complained about, and I just refunded it and let them keep it because I didn't want to pay the shipping back. You can take like booster boxes, jump starter boxes, and a lot of those you can connect to the radios to test them. There's a guy on YouTube and Instagram, Walker's Resale. I think he has a video on of how to test those. I know he has a video on of how to test them. So anyways, I was telling him about this. Lay it down in there, take a knife with a pointy end on it and poke it through the box, right? So I just did that on here. So you can see, maybe you can see there, that's where the item is, and it'll fold right over the top of it. And then you just take, can you see here? And you just score straight across from where it pokes out to where it pokes out. You can also use a box resizer. I am comfortable enough with my own cutting skills that I don't have a box resizer. I just poke a knife through it. Let's see. And then you cut up the edge of where the other stuff was. Fold them out is always the best. Fold them out first, and then fold it in. Fold it down. Can't see that because I'm behind boxes. And then now you have a nice tight box. It's not shaking around in there because it's nice and tight. You don't have to add any more weight or extra packing paper. And you just tape it shut, and we stay under a pound. And to be, I don't know about clear, but just to say it, if I sold a record, and even if I have the description within there that says untested and may or may not work and all that, eBay would still side with the buyer if they complained and said that it didn't work. It's filter. So if the buyer complained, said this record is trash, doesn't play, etc., you would be forced to either pay and have the item returned or just refund them their money. And I personally think, as many records as I sell, I don't know, 10, 15 a week, something like that. If I had to take the loss on them, I have like 10 cents on average into a record that even if I had to refund a $20 or $30 sale on it because they hated it when they got it, I think that cost of giving them that free $30 back that I would have, if I tested it, would have had to have thrown it away anyways. If you think about the amount of time to test the 200 records or whatever I have listed, that's worth a 1 or 2 refunds, because if you refund them, they can't give you a negative. So no negatives involved, right? That's freaking awesome. And you move on with life. So I think the time saving of not testing is worth it personally. Let's see, I sold another puzzle from my puzzle buy. This is a 3,000 piece Native American puzzle. It is by no brand. It just says fantasy on it. Are you streaming from a laptop? Yes, I am. That's why everything's backwards, and I have no idea why. But anyways, it's fame, puzzles, fantasy, whatever. And as soon as this one sold, I had one of the other watchers message me and say, hey, I saw I missed it. Do you have any other 3,000 piece Native American puzzles? And I said, no, unfortunately. I have a whole bunch of other ones, but that's the only 3,000 piece I had. So anyways, this sold for a total with shipping of $55. It was $54.90 something. Paid $1.25 in my bulk puzzle buy at the online estate sale pickup. So happy with that. This is too heavy to do anything else but priority. So let's see, I may do that. I had a lot of people give me crap on that puzzle buy because they puzzles don't sell, and you're never going to sell all those puzzles, and even at $40, you shouldn't have bought them. And this one just sold for $50. This is the 5th one I sold, I think. I've made about $150, I think, so far on the puzzle buy, and I still have like 18 puzzles left to sell. So I would absolutely make that puzzle buy again. I have freaking 25 notifications on my phone. 9 watching, 10 thumbs up. Appreciate you hanging out for everybody who is here at this point. Nothing about those, don't care. Let's see. I'm going to show you the last 2 things that I sold, and then everyone who's buying puzzles, the puzzles were rocking at the beginning of all that, and they have died down quite a bit, but I still think that they're worth buying if you get them cheap enough. They were all sealed, and so you don't have to count anything. Yeah, the big C. I didn't have to count anything. Take a picture of the outside, take a few close-ups so they can see what the puzzle is, and list it. It's that simple. And then they don't take up much space. They're on one shelf in my garage. I put them on the top, and they're like 4 puzzles stacked high. Next time, would it be possible for us to be on the top of the shelf behind you and you stand on the opposite side of the table? Possibly. Would it look better over here, seeing it face to face that way, or with that as a background? I could look at that. I have 2 more sales to show, or 3 more sales to show you. So I'll show them all to you, and then we'll let the chat decide if you want to watch me pack them, or if you want to call it a day at that point. I picked this up for $4.99 at Goodwill the other day. It is a Navy scrapbook, brand new sealed, United States Navy leather scrapbook. What's up, Dana? Derek, what's going on, sir? Thanks for coming and hanging out. This ended up selling for $67.40. Like I said, $4 at Goodwill. I sold a VCR. This Panasonic VCR right here is the blue stripe. Blue stripe ones are always good. No remote for it, so it didn't go for too much. I got $63.90 for that one. So I have that to pack. And then I have this Ledbetter. It is a golf club training aid, and I paid $3 for this at an estate sale. Some good profit. You missed some of the better profits earlier. You got to go back and watch the replay. Got a watch down here. Paid $3 for this watch. Sold it for $150. I've got some other pretty good ones down in there too. $1 into 25, that kind of stuff. Anyways, this golf club sold for $62.98. So happy with that. So I think it'd be better for you not having to stop and come over and talk to it. Yeah, I agree. Definitely will. Appreciate it. 9 people watching. So what do you guys say? You want to keep watching me pack that stuff? It's only 3 things left. Total sales, $596.13 for that. So yeah, I may have to try that. Do it a little bit different way. You probably can't see it, but I've got piles down there. I just have to move that. That's a box of uncleaned, untested video games down there. What's going on, Hayden? Hayden runs a cook group on Discord. Check him out on Instagram, Bread and Butter Group. I've made quite a bit of money on some of that stuff. Keep going. I got 10 minutes before the next show. All right, what do you want to see? Let's pack. You want to pack the golf club? I could do that one real quick. Actually, no, I packed the golf club the other day. Let's do the VCR, because I don't think I've done one of those live in a while. So for VCRs, I have the medium bubble from American Bubble Boy. It is 2 feet wide. I definitely recommend the 2 feet for doing that. Dana killing it on eBay. Appreciate that, man. So what I do is I take about 7-8 feet. You can't see that, right? So bubble wrap myself on here just for fun. And I fold it down, lay it down over the table, and then on the end here, shameless plug, I also have a video for how to ship a VCR DVD combo kit or combo unit. So I double it over at the front here, and then I take the unit that I'm shipping, the face towards me, so where that's going to be on the double up, so it gets a little bit extra protection. I fold the cord behind it. Hopefully you guys can see that right there. Make sure that this comes all the way up and over the front of the VCR, and then I'll roll it into that box. So I just roll it. Rolling it keeps it super tight. When we get to the end, a couple pieces of tape to keep it tight there. Then you're going to have the ends here. I just take those over the end of the table, fold it in. So I like to fold it in and down. Just tape it shut. And then tape it shut. Keep thinking your notification sound is a house phone ring. I don't know what that is. It's the default Discord that that group Hayden was talking. Hayden's from the Bread and Butter. They're blowing me up about things that I should buy right now. Or they're talking about sports cards or something. I'm not sure. A little bit of everything goes on over there. I do not have a house phone. I don't know a ton of people who do have house phones anymore. But yeah, that's whatever default. I was like, who still has a house phone? Yeah, I do not have a house phone. So then I have a 20 by 14 by 6 box. I buy these on Amazon. I pay roughly $2 a piece for these. And the nice thing on these, they are super consistent. So when I ship one, I know the exact size for the dimensions. I don't have to measure it or anything like that. Pack it with clear tape, because then I can go FedEx, I can go post office, I can go UPS. I go across it this way, I go across it with the side, and then I do whatever they call it, H tape, where you put a little bit on the edge and fold it over. It just gives it a little bit more protection that way. Drops right in. Bam. And then, so it does have a little bit of wiggle here. So I will fill that in with some packing paper. If it was too tight and there's no room for packing paper or anything, I cut extra pieces of cardboard and basically make it like a double box all the way around, so it can't get damaged. This is going to fold in pretty nice. So forgive me, I'm going to make some loud packing paper noises. I also have, if it was too big, I keep air bubble pockets, whatever, for like from Amazon orders, that kind of thing. Bubble wrap, that kind of stuff. My giant pile over there. There's just a little too much room that I don't want to deal with on the top, so I'm also going to put one more layer here. Maybe 45 house phone sets last year, and they all sold within a week. Well, that's good. I've sold house phone sets. I haven't sold any on Amazon, but I sell them on eBay whenever I find them at a reasonable price for one that has like 4 sets or 4 sets, whatever, those will sell pretty easy. So what do you think? How hard was that? Was that hard to pack a VCR? How long did that take? I should have timed that. We'll see. Jennifer said she had 10 minutes till her next one. How many minutes did that take? 56, so maybe 4 minutes or 6 minutes. Was that 6 minutes? I like finding the big office type phones that have 100 different buttons. Yeah. So I don't need to label this because I know exactly what it is. It's a VCR 21 by 16 by 4. 11 watching, 11 thumbs up. If you're watching on the replay and you haven't thumbs up by now, please do so. If you haven't subbed, please consider hitting the subscribe button. I'm at 791. I am a far way away from that 1,000, but I'm trying to get there. All right, let's do a quick one because, again, I know some of you are going to leave. What is going on? We have the Millennial Profit dropping in. $600 today on eBay, dropping out. If you guys don't follow Millennial Profit on Instagram and YouTube, go check him out. He helped me get a PlayStation 5 and a Xbox Halo console the other day. We're watching out for some of those drops. And then some of the super secret sales from the last little bit. There he is. Came from there as well. So anyways, if you don't have them, if you ship golf clubs, bats, anything like that, definitely 1,000 soon. I hope so. 791 so far. I've been kind of stuck on that number for a little bit. Trying something different with the lives this week. This is only my 3rd live ever. 12 people watching, 12 thumbs up. You guys rock. Really appreciate it. So anyways, if you don't have these, it's the medium mailing tube. It'll take me forever, but then again, I don't sell anything bigger in a box. So the other day, I shipped 37 orders in an hour and a half on Monday, which is freaking crazy. Today, let's see, we're at 56 minutes and I've shipped 14 things. And I think I spent half that time just doing story time with you guys. Should I rebrand this as Story Time with Dana? Would you watch that? I don't know if I'd watch that. Oh, man. Anyways, that's all you do. Priority box. Tape it shut a couple times on the end. Tape over the folds. Tape down the seam. Keeps it nice and tight. Again, if you weren't here when I talked about this, sell a ton of golf clubs, so I have those. I'd watch that. So if you missed it, you can go back and watch it. There was story time. I talked about cold calling, knocking on people's doors to buy their stuff. We talked about video games. I don't remember what all the rest of my story time was about. See, I'm lost. Anyways, $3. This sold for $65. $62.98. I was close. Let's see, how tight is this? All right, so there's plenty of room. So something like this, I'm just going to give a little bubble wrap on the end, a little bubble wrap on the end, and seal the box. It's going to be that easy. Anybody else who's still watching, if you weren't here earlier, how are your sales going? Really got any of that summer slowdown, other than, I don't know, maybe I've had one poor week that I've really been not happy with. The rest of the weeks I've been pretty consistent. I've been staying at my 90-day. I'm at a 34,000 90-day. I've been kind of stuck on that $34,000 90-day. Hasn't moved too much from it. I'm trying to get that number up. When are we going to get a Dana Millennial profit live stream where you guys race who can package the fastest. I'm down. I'm not gonna have that story time while I'm doing that. If you guys haven't seen the packages that that he throws out over there, he'll throw out like 100 packages, and most of them are hats and flags and stuff, so they're a little bit faster than packing a VCR. You just go in a poly bag, and those ones are super fast. So like some of the ones that we did at the beginning, the minifigures, etc. He's down. We're gonna have to pick a day and make it happen. That's it. Golf club, Ledbetter, packed, shipped. Excuse. Those aren't excuses. I'm just saying. If you want to pack a VCR, I'll race you pack a VCR. I think I'm faster than anybody on that. I don't need to label this. It's the only golf club that I had. And what do I got left over here? Nothing live on the chat. I showed you guys this one if you missed it, or if you weren't in at that time. It's a navy leather scrapbook. Picked it up for a couple bucks at the Goodwill. Sold for $67.40. And I think it's not gonna fit. Nope. I don't know. I might have to customize a box for that one, so I won't make you guys watch me pack that one last thing, but you know what it was. So anyways, appreciate you guys coming and hanging out. If you came and checked out the live stream today, Greg, see ya. Appreciate you coming and checking out the live as always. Again, 12 thumbs up, really appreciate it. 10 other people still watching. Any questions for the chat, drop them now. I'm happy to answer any questions. Otherwise, I'm going to weigh and then ship all these things. And Michelle, peace, see ya. Hayden, love the shirt. Rock band shirts almost every day. It's bands or Broncos. If you want to, I've got a big Broncos hat collection. These are just the ones in my office. I normally have a hat on because my hair is not done. My connection is unstable. Has my video been all right? YouTube says my connection is unstable. We're trying to reconnect. I assume you can see me. Because the chat's still going. I don't know why it says I'm unstable. Video's been fine, no issues. I don't know what the heck YouTube is. YouTube is lying to me then. Let's see, what was that? Instagram, somebody sent me a DM. Watched, listened while I was driving. Carissa, thanks for hanging out, appreciate it. Hopefully this was entertaining. Were you not entertained? I hope you were entertained. That was kind of the point of this. Did you learn anything? Were any of these potentially bolos to look out for? If you didn't know about that Suunto watch, S-U-U-N-T-O, definitely one to look out for. High dollar watch on that one. Golf club head covers. How many of you guys knew you could get like 15, 20 bucks a piece for those? And you can get those super cheap. Good job. Appreciate it, Carissa. Transmission manuals, you know to look out for those. I'm posing with these, but you can't see what's in them. Maybe I'll make another thumbnail. I doubt it. Anybody want to come help list Death Pile? I've got a lot of that going on. All right. Doesn't look like there's any. I'm looking over here. I've got my chat on a monitor. I've got a big TV that I run as a monitor on the side over there, and the computer has the webcam on it. I should just move it up over there. It would look better for me when I'm talking on this. So anyways, doesn't look like any questions. We're dropping some people. So appreciate you coming and hanging out today. If you're not subscribed, consider subscribing. If you haven't liked the video, consider liking the video. And if you're not following me on Instagram, at Dana Invests, DANAINVESTS on Instagram, I'd love to have you come hang out there. So anyways, thanks for watching. Have a great day. Happy sales. Peace.